Well, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about how to make this Join Today button really stand out to the visitors on my site. I want them to realize that there's something to purchase and that it's there, right? We want it to really stand out. So I did a little bit of research and found out that this is not so hard to do. So we are first of all going to go into our menus and just set a CSS tag. Then we're going to go into our options and I'm going to give you some code to copy and paste in there. And then we're going to go ahead and look at some colors and customize it to fit our site. So it's going to be step 1, step 2, and step 3. So we're going to start with our menus. So if you're on the back end of your WordPress site and I use Divi, we're going to go down to appearance and then menus. Now the thing is that there are lots of screen options within WordPress and we need to turn on the CSS before we get started. So you go ahead and click up here at the top where it says screen options and there's a CSS classes button that we can check mark right here. And we just put that away. We've got what we need. Now what you're going to do is pull up the menu that you want to be able to customize. So for me, it is my main menu. And I'm going to go down to my Join Now button, and I can just hit the Extend button, and now I've got the CSS classes in here. Now in this spot, what you're going to do is do menu underscore CTA, call to action. We want to make this the big call to action that stands out to people when they come to our site. At this point, we're pretty much done. We just need to hit save, and we're done with our menu portion. Now what you're going to do is go over to theme options. Now theme options can be found for the Divi theme. If you click on Divi, you are quickly just going to go to the general tab. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll get the CSS box where it says custom CSS. Now down below, I'll have some code for you and you just go ahead and paste it in here. Now the call to action hover button that they have actually provided, I did not write this code. This is, like I said, I did some research and was able to figure this out. They used orange and so forth, so you can go ahead and hit save. And now when I hit my index, my join today that looked all plain, when I hit refresh, it will look white on white, so that's kind of unfortunate, but when I hover over it, I've got the orange with the white. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and change these colors to actually match my site. So what I can do is I can go into these theme options, and just to give you a little bit of background, this is what the call to action is going to look like at the very beginning. The radius tells you how rounded that button is going to be. So if you don't like it as round, you can change that number. The border is going to be 2 pixels wide. You can always change that. This is the hex code for white, and that's why we don't see it on my theme. Your theme might have a different color background where you do see the white, but I don't see it. So what I'm going to do is use the link that I get provided for you below to come pick out some colors. So on my site, I have a lot of blues, reds, greens, a lot of those, just really bright colors. So if I wanted to choose this blue for my border, I can simply select it from this box, go ahead and copy and paste that color code. We go back to the theme, see where the FFF is. I just need to be careful not to accidentally paste over any of the symbols or all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that in. And now when I hit Save Changes, we'll go ahead and hit the index and refresh it. We see the blue border, and you can see that it's less rounded. Now, when you hover over it, the colors are still the orange, which is not exactly my color. So I'm going to go back over to the theme options. And what you're going to see here is as you scroll down, you'll see the word hover. This means everything below this word is what it's going to look like when we hover over it. So what we could do is the border and the background, I don't want to be orange. So I might say now the background is going to be the blue that I chose before. And maybe I want the border to be, who knows? What do I want the border to be? Let's just have fun with it so that we can play with it. Here's some red. I'm going to go ahead and click that, Control Copy, go back, and I'm going to go to the border. And you can see when I said how long this was going to take, I said 15 minutes to 30 minutes because you can really get in there and play with it. Like how thick do you like the border? All of those kind of things. So let's go ahead and save changes and see what it's going to look like. So I go up to the index and I hit refresh. Yeah, the orange doesn't really do it for me. Now I've got the blue and the red. It kind of looks like 80s style website. I'm probably not going to keep that red on that border, but I am going to make sure, obviously, that the white text shows up before they hover on it. So I might just go back one more time, and I'm going to scroll up here. I've got this color here for the border. There we are. And it always takes me just a minute. Control copy. I'm not a big coder, but you see where the color FFF, that's where it would have been white. So I can control paste. And let's take a look and see how it looks. I didn't take care of the hover, so we're still going to be in the 80s style. But now I've got my join today on my text. Oh, the text is the blue, so we need to figure that out. But you can see how you can play with it, and this can turn into a 10-minute project or an hour project, playing with the colors and the codes and how heavy you want the fonts. But I hope this gives you a good idea. I've provided all of the links and the resources, and everything is ready to copy and paste below. Have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon.